Paige. We're back for another YouTube video today. I'm so sorry that I missed last Thursday. I was pretty busy and just didn't really have time to film a video, but I'm in Myrtle Beach for the World Am, which I'm really excited about because, as you know, Myrtle Beach is one of my most favorite places. So we're at the Dunes Club today, the Dunes Club, and we are on hole 13, which is a pretty difficult par 5, just because there's so many ways that you can play this. It goes straight and then it's a very hard dog leg. The green is actually pretty much like at a 90-degree angle of where you are on the tee. So I want to talk today about creativity and when you see a hole, playing it in a way that feels most comfortable to you and which best suits your game as well. Obviously, when you look at this hole, you're like, okay, it's a shorter par 5. Maybe I can go for it and cut the edge of the water off and maybe get there in 2 or have, you know, just a short little chip shot in. The problem with that is, although that sounds really great, if you push your drive or you miss hit it slightly, you're in the water. And especially on this hole, on where the water crosses, you're gonna have to drop it pretty far back. So these are things that you need to think of, and although I don't want you to think negatively on the tee and have confidence in yourself, you also need to know like what's going to happen if you do go for a risky shot and the reward might not always be worth it. And so think about what is good for your game. Are you a long ball hitter? Do you like to hit the driver? If you check yes on both of those and you have confidence, then maybe taking it over the water is the play for you. Although I don't think that's definitely going to be the play. Sometimes I think just laying it up short and then going over the water is a better play. So playing smarter. A lot of times I see amateur golfers go, even pros actually, go for a shot, a risky shot that maybe they shouldn't go for. And so instead of maybe getting out there with a par or even a bogey, that's where you get those big numbers, where you get the doubles and the triples and the snowmen. You don't want those. So always play smart, and I think that's how you're going to significantly lower your score with really nothing else except just playing smart and knowing your game and knowing course management. So we're going to play it both ways. We're going to play it the safe way and we're going to play it the risky way, and we're going to see what I make on each one. So we can see kind of how I play. We're going to do the TP5 tailor-made golf ball. Obviously it has the stuff all over it, so we know this is going to be the safe play, and then I'm playing a Titleist 95 for the risky play. So I'm going to play safe first because this is probably what I would normally do if I was playing just a round of golf. I've played here multiple times before and I've never gone for it, and I've also have seen guys go for it and I've made birdie and they've made a double. So again, I think it's important to put your ego aside, and you don't have to be the longest hitter and you don't have to go for shots just because you want to look cool or because you think it's going to impress people. Birdies impress people a lot more, so always remember that. Okay, so there's water on the right side and it's about 230 straight ahead. I'm going to hit a 6-iron just so I can lay it up. I feel very comfortable with this club, and this is a real placement shot. I don't want to hit it, even though the water is right, I do not want to be left because I'm going to have a really far carry over the water for my second shot. So I'm going to try to play it as far right as I can, and I don't have enough club to get to the water. That's intentional, so I'm trying to get as far right as I can so I have a shorter shot in for my second. Okay, I pulled it slightly, but again, I had a club where I couldn't go right and I was confident with it, so I'm just in the center of the fairway. This is something, again, playing smart. If you're going to lay up, lay up. Don't hit a club that can go into the water. That's the reason why you're laying up. So have a club where you know if you hit it a little bit right or a little bit long, you're still going to be okay. So if you're laying up, remember, always lay up. Okay, so now we're going to go for the risky play. I'm going to take it over the right side and hopefully hit just a little bit of a draw since it's a little into the wind and I'm trying to get a little bit more power out of it. Visually, it looks like the grass is a lot closer than it really is, so I just have to remember that and not take it as far right. This is a very tempting hole, meaning it looks visually different than how it actually is, so make sure if you're playing a hole where it looks really gettable, have a rangefinder out or shoot the actual yardage of what the carry is, because if I was on here, I would say it's about 200, and when I shot it, it was 240. So a pretty big difference there, and so now I know I need to go a little bit more left. Okay, so I'm safe. I carried the water. I didn't go as far right as I wanted to, obviously, because I just knew I didn't have that carry, but both of them are safe. However, I felt more confident with the first one than I did the second one. I was kind of nervous on the second one. So I'm safe in the fairway with my layup shot, and now it comes down to strategy again. When I said you need to have a rangefinder out, this is where it's really important, just so you know where you want to carry it and the angle that you want to take. So there is kind of a fluffy lollipop tree straight ahead, and that's going to be my line. I decided to go there so I have less yardage in on my third shot. I'm going to hit a 3-wood just to make sure that I get it over, and I feel very confident with my 3-wood. It's only a 170 carry over the water on that line, but there is some wind, and it's in Myrtle Beach, so the ball doesn't fly as far because of the humidity, and I cannot reach the tree. So this is, again, when I'm saying play smart. I have a club where I know, unless I completely chunk it, which is a possibility, I know I'll get over the water, I know I won't reach the tree, and if I go a little right or a little left, I'll still be fine. So that's when it comes into like thinking about like what ifs in a way. Like if you do miss it, where are you going to miss it? Because chances are you hit a perfect shot. I mean, that doesn't really happen. So you need to think about what your misses are and where you do miss them, and then playing smart. If you are a longer hitter, this would be a great opportunity again to, you know, hit an iron or lay up. So like I said, if you're going to lay up and be smart about it. The green's at 280, so obviously that's out of play. So you want to just lay up again into a yard that feels comfortable to you. You can do this. Sometimes I'll do it on the tee. It doesn't really apply on this hole, but I'll look at where the pin is, and that also determines like what side of the fairway I'll want to be on. Unfortunately, they're sanding the screen right now, so we will not have a third shot, well, a putt in, but the pin, I think, let's say the pin's on the right. I'm going to want to be on the left side so I have a really good angle in. I don't want to be on the right side and have a short-sighted, you know, or I don't want to be on the right side and then be blocked out by that bunker. So always look where the pin is as well when you're deciding on where you want to hit it. That makes sense. Perfect. Again, I pulled it just slightly, but I picked a really good club where I would be safe no matter what, and I should have a safe, easy shot in for my third. So this is where my drive ended up for my going for it ball. I don't know. I have 240 into this green. I don't think I can get it there, but we're going to just go for it anyways, just show how kind of a lack of course management doesn't always benefit you. There's bunkers both there. I don't also think I can get it to the bunkers, but we're gonna hopefully be a little short of it. Again, that's not the best play because I'm gonna have this weird kind of pitch shot off of a tight lie to this, you know, tucked pin. Again, this is what I'm talking about when I say look at where the pin is, and that will determine what's the best shot for your third shot coming in if you can't reach the green. So we're just gonna play a little haphazardly, and we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, I knew I couldn't get there. I did hit a really good shot, but it's just going to be short and a very awkward kind of yardage. So we'll get up there, see what my next shot is, and then see what's the better play. For the safe ball, my third shot in, I have 125 to, so they're fortunately or unfortunately, however way you look at it, the Dunes Club was so nice to let me come out here on a Monday when they were kind of getting the course ready. They have a tournament afternoon. So unfortunately, they're kind of getting the green ready, so I won't be able to putt, but we can just talk about the shot I'm going to have in and the differences. So I have 125 in, which is a green light, let's go. Like, I feel very comfortable with that. I also put it in the perfect location for straight ahead. Like, there's no bunkers in play, there's nothing else in play. It is just like green light, let's go. So I was smart in the fairway on my second shot, and I said, where do I want to hit it? What's a good yardage for me? Where's the pin? I thought through everything, and so now it paid off because I hit a good shot and I have a green light go for my third one in. So it's 125. I'm going to hit a 9-iron. I'm not actually going to hit it because they are doing maintenance, so it would be just a normal 9-iron, straight ahead, go shot. For my go for it ball, I should have thought of a better way to distinguish between, I should have said ball 1 and ball 2, duh. Okay, ball 2, the go for it ball. I hit driver off the tee. I was in a pretty good spot, and then I hit 3-wood because I just had no course management. I just wanted to hit it as far as I could. So I have now a 35-yard pitch shot over a bunker off a tight lie to a tuck pin. This is what I'm talking about when course management is really important. This is not a good shot to have. This is a very bad shot. It's hard, it's difficult to pull off, and what could happen is you could leave it short in the bunker, you could hit it long in the bunker behind the green. And so that's what I was saying, like, sometimes hitting it as hard and as far as you can is not the best way to go about things. And playing a hole smart and laying up to clubs that feel good to you and shots that you're confident with, 100% all day long, that's what you should be doing. And I really think you'll see a significant drop in your scores if you just put a little bit more thought and effort into playing. I know sometimes you just want to go out and have a good time and relax, but it really doesn't take that much brain effort to really think about the shot you want to hit. It takes 2 seconds, but just put a little bit more thought into it and think, like, what's a good shot? And this also applies to shots when you're in trouble. So if you're behind a tree and there's water in front of you, or really if you're just behind a tree in general or in trouble, don't go for this miracle shot that you've never pulled off or you've never tried or you've never even done before. Go for something that is safe and easy, like a punch out, and that's how you're really going to avoid the really big numbers. And so if you can just get through with like a bogey, or gosh, sometimes even double is much better than getting a triple or higher than that. So, and that can really just kill your round and just